Hi, Cindy here, and I have an angel message for you. This is message 165. We have a different message for you today. This message is a bit of information about the interest in the history that is being made on Earth now. The events unfolding on Earth at this time are indeed historical, and they will be remembered throughout time for the energy that was unfolding at this time. The events we are talking about are the events that are playing out now on the karmic stage of Earth. These karmic events are very intense indeed. This is a time in Earth's history where the unfolding of karmic events is the most intense it will ever be. Once the majority in the middle begins to awaken, the intensity of these karmic events will lessen a lot. Karma will still play out on the world stage. However, it will be much less intense than it is now. Right now, many people are working through some very powerful karmic cycles, and this is resulting in an intense karmic energy on Earth. This intense karmic energy is also something that is playing out in some people's personal lives as well. If you have experienced a ramping up of intensity with your own karmic experiences, this is because the energy of the eclipse triggered a new energy to begin trickling to Earth. And this new energy is supporting the clearing of karmic cycles. And this new energy is therefore helping to ramp up the karmic cycles around the world. This is an intense energetic time on Earth, and this will continue for some time to come. However, those of you that are close to completing your karmic cycles will notice a release of these karmic energies soon. This release will bring a moment of euphoria when it happens, and this euphoria will stay with you as you move forward on your highest path. Once you release this karma and have your love energy whoosh moment, you will feel this euphoria build throughout the coming months until you have your great awakening moment. And then this will become your new state of being in an even more powerful way than the euphoria you will feel after your whoosh moment. This state of euphoria is your true state. This state of euphoria is who you truly are. You will receive this glimpse of who you truly are, and then in a moment of pure love energy, you will have your great awakening moment, and you will become who you truly are, and you will live in a new reality on Earth with everyone else, and you will have access to all your gifts and all your memories, and you will be who you truly are for the first time while incarnated on Earth. This is a huge and momentous occasion, and you are encouraged to document the unfolding of this awakening process for yourself. Things will change so deeply and so quickly that you will forget easily how challenging life has been, and you will want to have your awakening process documented in order to see and understand how real this experience has been. You will look back on this awakening process with fondness and with love. This is an incredible experience, and it is incredibly unique. Most souls in all that is will never experience anything like this awakening process on Earth. You are incredibly honored to be here at this time. This is an experience like nothing else in all that is. We encourage you to soak it in as much as possible. And documenting this experience is a way to experience it in the fullest. Wow. So this message brings in a whole bunch of things that they've spoken about in the past. And there are a few things I want to clarify because they're in messages from the past and you may not know what they're talking about. So I'm just going to sort of go through and explain a few things. So first I will put these in order. Okay. So the first thing they talked about that I wanted to explain was this majority in the middle. So they've explained to me that there are like different sections or groups of awakening people. And so we have the people that are already on their spiritual journeys. We've been at the forefront of this process the whole way. And that's the first wave of awakening that's going to happen. That's a relatively small group when we look at the population of the world. Then there's what they're calling the majority in the middle, which is the vast majority of our Earth's population. And so that's what they're talking about, that once this majority in the middle begins to awaken, the intensity of the karmic experiences will lessen a lot. Because right now, we're all still in karma. And so the intensity of these karmic experiences right now in this energy is more than it's ever been and ever will be. But this is going to last for a while yet at this high level. Once the first wave awakens and we start to help the people after us and more people, once that majority in the middle starts to awaken, the karma will be less because those people will have been finishing their karma. And so there will be less and less people that are in these karmic cycles. So once we hit that stage, which will be for a while yet still, we will start to see on the world stage, we will start to see things changing and less karma being played out. And then they've described that at the end, there's going to be what they're calling are the hope challenged people, the people that are having a really hard time seeing any love and light on earth. And it's like they have their eyes closed tight, which they've done themselves. No one has done this to them. They've done it themselves. When it gets down to them, the karma being played out will only be played out between other people who haven't awakened. And so it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, this group that has not awakened. And so their experiences will all be happening amongst each other. And then when that last person awakens and has their great awakening moment, basically the entire population of Earth is going to be there waiting for them to cross the finish line. And it is going to be a moment of absolute joy when that last person comes across that line. And then we're all done. How spectacularly amazing is that going to be? No one is being left behind. Everyone on Earth will be experiencing this awakening experience. Maybe not in this lifetime, they may come back, but everyone who's here will have this experience. Okay, so that's the majority in the middle. Then they talked about the ramping up this intensity. So that sort of explains a lot of it. But also the solar eclipse and the energy. The solar eclipse sort of, the focus on love and hope for this most recent solar eclipse in April triggered this energy trickling to Earth, this new energy trickling to Earth. And this new energy is supporting us in completing our karmic cycles, which means that a lot of us have felt a ramping up of our karma. And that's what I felt. I know a lot of people had incredible experiences with the solar eclipse, and they've been in this beautiful state of love since, and that's absolutely wonderful. But if that wasn't your experience, just know that you're not alone, because I also had a challenging experience. It started the morning of the eclipse with some karma that has been a karmic cycle in my life that I'm aware of and I'm working through, and it involves another person. So this is why I don't share this story, because it's not just my story. And so, yeah, anyway, it came up again the morning of the eclipse and has been influencing my life over the last couple of weeks. However, a new twist kind of showed itself the week of the eclipse, so near the end of the week last week. And so I'm encouraged by this possible new path to resolution. That is extremely encouraging. But yeah, so that's what's happening now. For a lot of us, it's ramping up. And I had my angels say something interesting in a private reading this week. They said that it's like this process, that they explained the ups and downs that we have, because a lot of people have said, oh, I thought I was done, everything was good, and then boom, I'm back in it again, and then I'm back up, and then I'm back in it again. And my angels described this, and they said that this is what happens, because as we bring love energy into our lives and we're feeling this love and this hope, the love and the hope also helps us to clear our karma. So then we'll experience karma releasing. And when karma releases, we feel it, right? That's what the releasing process is. The karma comes up, we feel these emotions, we feel these cycles in our life, and we release it by feeling it. So when we bring in the love energy and the hope, it can trigger these karmic experiences. And so we're up with the love energy and the hope, and then we're down into the karma, and then we get through that, and then, okay, we're building up again, and we're bringing in more love and more hope, and back into another karmic. And so it's this up and down, and they said that is the perfect way to clear our karma. And so if we're experiencing these ups and downs, we know that we're on the right track and we're doing it perfectly. Because if we don't experience those moments of hope and love in between, we're basically descending into darkness. We're descending into our karma and not coming up and experiencing the hope and the love. So if you're experiencing these up and downs, that's exactly as it should be. Now also, if you're just experiencing the downs, that's also exactly as it should be. And you're on your path. But just, if you're experiencing the ups and the downs, it's all good. You're releasing, and you're releasing in a way that's the most peaceful and love-filled way that you can. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then they explained the whoosh moment. And so they've talked about this in a past experience too, in a past message too. So we're going to have, when we clear our karma, we're going to experience this love energy whoosh moment. And we will have a feeling of euphoria that comes in with that. The way that you know that this is indeed your whoosh moment is that this feeling of euphoria will stay with you. It doesn't disappear. It stays with you. And then from that moment of your whoosh, of releasing all your karma, in the months following that and leading up to your great awakening moment, that feeling of euphoria will increase and increase and increase as this trickle of energy is coming in stronger and stronger and stronger until the mass awakening. You will experience this euphoria increasing and increasing and increasing. And then when you have your great awakening moment, it will flood in the moment where you become your true self here on earth. You will have a moment where you are outside of time to experience your great awakening, and then you're back without losing any time on earth. And now you are your true self while first and only time this is ever happening. This awakening process is incredibly unique. And you will not disappear from your life. You will come right back into the moment that you stepped out of time. And you will have the opportunity to stay with everyone in your family, all your relationships intact, if that's what you choose. Now, some people may choose to end some relationships and move in a new direction. But if that's not what you want, that's not what has to happen. You will be able to maintain all the relationships that you want to maintain, as long as the other person wants to maintain them as well. So yeah, nothing has to change in your life at that point. And at that point, you're now walking in Dharma, which means that you truly have the choice of what you create in your life. Nothing is written in stone anymore as to you have to experience this for your growth. You've done all of the growth that you wanted to do here. Now you're walking in Dharma, where the plans are written from a place of desire, from a place of the heart. And it's truly your choice whether you go forward with that or not. So yeah, because I get a lot of questions about, what about my relationships? What about my pets? What about my children? What about? None of that has to change if you don't want it to. So breathe easy. And I do have a message on relationships back, like probably over a year ago now. So if you're on YouTube, it's in one of my playlists, so you can easily find it there. Okay. So yeah, your true state, your true state of being, you're still with everybody else. And I think that's it. Okay. Well, it was a windy day. I tried to wrap my scarf around my phone so that it wouldn't be too windy, so hopefully that worked. Otherwise, I might have to record this again inside, so fingers crossed that this one worked. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope you have a fantastic day.